All right. Welcome back to Transparency and Merit. My name's Joe. I'm here with Brian. And we just found out some information, like all of you, that Michael R. Bloomberg is running for the president of the United States as a Democrat. What do you think about that, Brian?
I think it's kind of interesting. I think that, honestly, he is a person who I believe has the best chance of beating Trump. I don't know what his chances are of beating, of coming out ahead in a very crowded field of Democrats, and I don't know if he can break past the woke progressive left. This is not the Democratic Party of old, and moderates have always had a tough time. I mean, this has been for years. Moderates have had a tough time in the Democratic Party, and Bloomberg is definitely a moderate. He used to be a Republican, and he supported things like stop and frisk. Like I said, he is more moderate. That's why he would have the best chance at beating Donald Trump. But still, I don't know. I don't know how well he will do in the primary, because the primary is the biggest hurdle. I think the primary is going to be the toughest show. And then if he can do that, I think, like I said, and then on top of that, if he picks a moderate, maybe a moderate Republican as his running mate, that will definitely be a coup, and it will give him somewhat of an edge. I mean, if he picks who is the former governor? If he picks Kasich as his running mate, I think that will be kind of a big coup, and I think it will be a much closer race if that does happen, despite the economy being really good. I just kind of believe that, but like I said, his biggest hurdle will be getting past all of the candidates, and he is a moderate, and the Republican Party is extremely far left right now. But if he does get past that, he will.
Image-wise, I'd have to say he's the best thing the Democrats have going. And really, for the most part, if you don't live in New York, if you're in the West Coast like I am, like we are, we don't hear a whole lot of Bloomberg news unless you go fishing for it. And honestly, I don't look up a ton of political articles and such, but the one thing that sticks out in my mind is Bloomberg's take on capping the size of soft drinks that you could buy in New York City. I think that was something that was controversial that he passed. Do you remember this?
Yeah, and I think a judge denied him on that. And that's another. I mean, that's some of the things he's been very regulatory on certain things. So I think that will be his kind of Achilles heel if he does win. If he does win the general election.
Oh yeah, that will be a point of interest and a point of attack for sure.
Yeah, and I know, like I said, America's more divided than it's ever been, and the Democratic Party is like far more left. It's gone far more left than in any time in history. I mean, a socialist never would have, 30 or 40 years ago, a socialist never would have broke through the way it's broke through today. I I actually put on the Facebook of Transparency and Merit the 1984 Democratic presidential primary debate, and most of them, with the exception of McGovern and Cranston, were somewhat far more moderate. I mean, you had John Glenn running, and you had people that were like true centrists and some even conservative. You even had a Democrat that was pro-life. And like, this is not the case anymore. This is not the Democratic Party anymore. So, yeah, Bloomberg seems to be he seems to be a really he would be, I think, a fairly their strongest contender. I certainly could be wrong, because I don't know how far or how far right or how far left the country is. I was actually surprised at Trump's victory, so I can't predict these things anymore, and it seems like all the predictors seem that Trump is going to win. But I remember when Bush was, during his first term, my political science professor said, we're going to re-elect Bush. And this was right after the Gulf War, and he was flying high. And then the recession hit, and he lost. I mean, and there were so many factors: Ross Perot, a bad economy, and all those things together made for a victory for Bill Clinton. So that can happen again today. I mean, Trump is nowhere near guaranteed a victory. And people think, who think that he is, you're wrong. I mean, there are things that can happen in this country. Like I said, if we're going through another recession, the Democrats could end up winning again. And people who vote conservative are far more fickle than the people who vote liberal. And that's about all I have to say about that. Joe, is there anything else to add on this issue?
No, I think we pretty much got what we needed here, but we definitely would like to get some commentary. Eventually, we're going to start doing a longer format show. Too many people are telling me it's too short, so that's a good problem. We'll get to we'll get to that when we're ready. But for now, if you are listening, go ahead and you have a thought or you have a particular take on the matter, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section on YouTube, and subscribe, like and subscribe. And I think that's about it. You got anything else?
No, that's about it. I think that, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, as we're on YouTube, if you can, those of you who are listening on Spreaker, if you can go to YouTube and like and subscribe our channel, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, see, people are already liking us. Thank you. Thank you for all the likes, and thanks again. Go to transparencyandmerit.com, and thanks again for listening to Transparency and Merit. We will talk to you soon.